welcome to Breakfast with Friends. We're here at Chorus, and it's going to be a fun morning. We've got a great event. I'm sitting by Santa. I've got my good friend Mr. Krantz here, and we've got some great guests. I've got Ann Zuko from the Milton District Hospital Foundation, and we're going to have Breakfast with Santa, not only today, but we've got a great event to talk about in November. Mr. Krantz, welcome. This is going to be fun.
Kelly, once again, thank you very much for having me being part of this show. And as you just mentioned, we've got some great guests here this morning. And of course, we've got Santa in between you and I. And we'll be talking to Santa in just a few moments. But on my immediate left is Mario with the RBC that, of course, has gone out of their way to be a platinum sponsor for the event that we're going to be talking about here in just a very few minutes. So Mario, if you'd be so kind, maybe to share with the listening audience out there how you and your team has become involved here in Milton.
Thank you, Your Worship, and thank you, Kelly and Ann and Santa Claus. Santa, the girls just want to say iPad. I don't know what they meant by that, but they told me to tell you iPad. You know, for RBC getting involved in any of these community events, especially with the foundation and the great work that they do here in Milton and the need that they have here in Milton, you know, we look forward to this first annual Breakfast with Santa. And for us, really, to get involved in the community is something we look forward to doing all the time, and hope that it turns out to be a fantastic event.
Yeah. Now, Mario, I know the parade is also on November the 21st, and I think it starts, if I recall rightly, at 1 o'clock. But also, there's an event that's happening at Rattlesnake. So maybe if you could just expand on that briefly for a moment.
Yes, absolutely. It's the first annual Breakfast with Santa on November 21st. It's going to be a fantastic event geared towards the children to meet with Santa on that day, special day. It's going to be a breakfast at Rattlesnake, as you said. We're going to have a professional puppet show. There's going to be Sneezy the Clown. There's going to be some cupcake with Loblaws Superstore Cooking School. Holiday crafts, of course, photos with Santa, which will be excellent. And swag bags for children. Just an overall great event, a Winter Wonderland in Milton.
And that's the theme this year, is the Winter Wonderland. And maybe, Ann, I'll bring you in. We've not only got Platinum sponsor with RBC, but you've also got Gold and Print sponsor. So maybe tell us a bit about that and how that helps the foundation.
Absolutely. Thanks, Kelly, and thanks, Mario. As I say, we are very pleased to have some wonderful sponsors already for this event. RBC is our platinum sponsor, and thanks to Mario, and as well as 3 other bank managers. They're all sitting on our committee and volunteering at the event as well. So for that, we're eternally grateful. We also have a gold sponsor that is Glengate Farms, and Staples here in Milton has come on as our print sponsor. So big thank you to everybody.
And this is fun. This is the first annual. So this is exciting. It's all getting planned with Santa and the breakfast, but again, another adventure with the Milton District Hospital Foundation. There's so much going on. Tell us how these funds again go to help the foundation.
Well, the foundation, our sole mandate is to raise funds for Milton District Hospital. So all the money that we raise at the foundation stays in Milton, and we do that through a variety of ways. We have a direct mail campaign. We have events such as this, as well as we have gifts from the community that come in many different ways. So this annual event is just one of our signature events that we'll be holding at the foundation every year. We have a gala, we have a golf tournament, and now we have a breakfast with Santa.
This is going to be great. It's going to be fun. And so November the 20th is Breakfast with You. Now, we're going to get, not some cookies, we're going to get some breakfast for Santa right now. We're going to grab another cup of coffee and be back in just a moment with another great conversation here at Cora's Breakfast with Friends, only on Milton Today TV. Summer is in full swing at Milton Home Hardware. It's your one-stop store for all your landscaping, renovation, and home projects. Tools, garden equipment, and accessories. Bathroom renovations large and small. Flooring, right up to that dream kitchen project. Their customer service shines through with a team of professionals in every department. With over 18,000 square feet of retail service space, Milton Home Hardware has everything you need from a hardware store. If summer grilling is on your menu, check out the great selection of barbecues they have to offer. Milton Home Hardware, homeowners helping homeowners. Welcome back to Breakfast with Friends. I'm Kelly McIntyre, and we're having Breakfast with Santa, talking about an event coming up, Breakfast with Santa, on November the 20th at Rattlesnake Point. We're here with RBC, again a platinum sponsor, Mayor Gord Krantz, and Ann Zuko from the Milton Hospital Foundation office. We've got a little bit of fruit, but Santa, I know you like cookies, so we're gonna
look what's coming into the picture here.
Here's
now.
some cookies for you, Santa.
Cookies for Santa. Ho ho ho!
Thank you, and
Thank you
cookies for
very
Ann and I.
A special treat of cookies for Santa. Yes, thank you, Santa, very much. Now, Kelly, we're so fortunate to have Santa with us this morning. Santa, you've got to be getting very, very busy around that November 20th, 21st, but thank you very much for coming to Milton. So you just share with us what you know of this fundraiser and your involvement there. But I should ask you, how's Rudolph and the other reindeers doing, and Mrs. Claus as well?
Well, I know one thing for sure, Your Worship, is it's a little cooler up north than it is here in Milton. The reindeer, they're starting to get into the training. Mrs. Claus, she's, as you can see, starting to feed me a little bit to get me into shape for Christmas. And as far as the toys go, very shortly we'll be starting the factory up and getting the toys underway.
Well, you know, that's so nice, and that's where volunteers such as RBC and Mario and Ann comes into play, because we do need a little help, and I know you do. Your workshop is very busy, so whatever the people of Milton area can do to volunteer, maybe donate $1 or $2 or a toy or two as well, would really help you out, I know, greatly.
And Santa, you've got your elves, you've got the workshop up north, but maybe we'll speak to Mario for a second. There is a call for toys, there is a call for auction items. How can we help here? The North Pole is a bustle with making toys, but there's a need for toys here in Milton for that occasion. So maybe a call out, Mario, for that.
Thank you, Kelly. We currently are looking for sponsorship and auction items and prize items, and especially items for children's swag bag for take home at the event. We'd be grateful for any sponsorship or any support in this area. And if you wish, you can contact the foundation at the foundation office with any items that you may have.
Oh, wonderful. Now, Ann, we were also going to speak for the foundation office. This is exciting on the 20th, where we've got this event. Santa, you're in town all weekend. That's going to be a big weekend for you with the parade on the Sunday. But it's also, there's a Festival of Lights. Tell us about this event at the hospital on that's launched on that weekend as well.
Well, that's right. The November 20th is a very big day for us at the foundation. We'll have our Breakfast with Santa between 10 and 1 at Rattlesnake Point Golf Club. And then later on that evening, we'll be turning on the lights at Milton District Hospital. It'll be our annual Festival of Lights and annual tree lighting event that takes place every year. So that evening between 5 and 7, I hope everybody can come out to the hospital and help us welcome in the holiday spirit and turn on the lights at Milton District Hospital.
Oh, it's going to be fun. Now, Santa, Milton is growing. And Mr. Krantz, we know the numbers. There's going to be a lot of children that are going to be so excited, but space is limited for this event. So for ticket sales and things like that, maybe Mary, you could speak to that.
Definitely. The fundraiser that we're talking about is being held at Rattlesnake, right here in Milton. A beautiful setting, and again at Christmas time, they've got that lit up, and of course with Santa's presence there, and the boys and girls and the adults, is really going to make this happen for those boys and girls. And Milton is a young community, a lot of young boys and girls here. Santa, probably for the first time, you're going to be seeing some of those young boys and girls here, because our population is really growing. How are you able to keep up with that? You've got to be one busy individual.
Well, Your Worship, I'm definitely busy on those days around Christmas time. Although I do go out and keep an eye on the young children to make sure that they're good and they're not naughty.
And they're very nice.
Yeah,
Very nice.
Very nice, yes. And by the time we have this fundraiser, I'll have seen pretty well all the children in Milton. So I hope that everybody's listening real close, because we are starting to watch the children out there.
Well, you're going to be. Why are you looking at Mr. Krantz when you're watching? Now, is he on? I mean,
Naughty.
there's a few lists. I'm just
Naughty
wondering.
and
I
nice.
don't know. I'm just putting it out there, Mr. Krantz.
Well, Kelly, I don't know how fortunate we can be in Milton to have Santa visit us
Definitely.
On the very last day of September, because we know that he's really, really busy. And I know gearing up for the Christmas season, and especially spending 2 days with us in Milton here on the 20th and the 21st of November. We're so fortunate, and really fortunate to have the hospital behind it, and RBC. Mario, is there any further that you would like to add with regards to getting people out there, getting them involved, and maybe trying to get into their pockets just a little bit more now.
And
Got to be an oxymoron for a politician
You
and
know
a
what?
banker.
We better give you a time to think about that for a second. I can see that little bit of hesitation because there's always exciting things going on, and again, it's a bustle of the time of the year. But Mrs. Claus told us fruit only for Santa, so no sausages and crepes today. So we're going to have a little bit of fruit, top up our coffee. We're going to be right back. Breakfast with Friends at Cora, only on Milton Today TV. Where your interior space becomes as comfy as the store's name, all within your budget. Nominated 3 years in a row as #1 for Milton Choice Awards, Comfy Interiors will help you create, plan, and design the look that will fit your style. They carry only quality name brands for hardwood, carpet, vinyl, laminate, and much more. Their qualified team will deliver and install all within your budget. Great customer service and free estimates. Call or drop by Comfy Interiors today. Welcome back to Breakfast with Friends. I'm Kelly McIntyre. We're sitting here eating at Cora's, having a great chat with Santa. We've got RBC here, Mayor Gord Krantz, and I've also got Ann Zuko beside me from the Milton Hospital Foundation. A great event November the 20th at Rattlesnake, Breakfast with Santa. And Mario, just before we went to break, Mr. Krantz had asked you a quick question, so let's go back to that and we'll let you have a chance to answer while I finish off my fruit.
Well, I'm glad we had a chance to have a break with the mayor using banker and pocket
I
in
know,
the
we
same
had to.
sentence. So
Banker, politician.
That's right.
And in your pocket in the same sentence. So
Yes.
Yes, again, November 20th, Rattlesnake, a great event, a Breakfast with Santa, first annual event. We're looking at putting this event on. It's new for us, Ann, and we're looking at maybe about 250 individuals. We're looking at general admission, adult prices of about $30. Children from 3 to 10 at $15, and children under 3, $5. But the event itself is going to be fantastic. The value will be there. Just photos with Santa, the opportunity to meet Santa, the puppet show again, Sneezy the Clown, brunch, absolutely, and a lot of kids having fun.
Well, you know what? There's events like this that the foundation puts on year-round, Ann, but the events would not be successful. They would not be. You would not be able to put these on without volunteers and people in the community. So I'll turn it over to you. You've got a couple of messages for everybody at home as well.
Absolutely. Thank you very much. Earlier on in the earlier segment, Mayor Krantz, he spoke about the growth, which is, of course, something that's on everybody's mind. And that growth puts a huge amount of pressure on our existing hospital. And so some stats from our last fiscal year. Last year alone, our emergency visits, we had over 38,000 emergency visits in our emergency room. There's over 6,000 people were able to have a CT scan with our new CT scanner, as well as 1,200 people were spared the trip by ambulance to Oakville or another facility to be able to have the CT scan right here on property. So there's a lot of really great things that are happening, but ongoing, the hospital continues to need the support of the community. This year, we are the list that we have a equipment list. That's
Like a wish list almost?
Yeah, the
Which is
hospital
sort of
every year the hospital puts together an equipment list.
Okay.
And this year the value of that equipment on that list is over $500,000. So that in this year alone, that's what we're looking at supporting the hospital. So to do that, we do need the continual support of the community. So we hope that everybody will kind of keep their eyes open, whether it's through this event.
And there's
or,
Christmas. Is there a mailer or something
Yeah.
coming out that you're going to be sending
as
as well?
So keep your eyes open for the mailer that's going to come to your home, and be generous to the hospital, because at this time we really do need your support.
Oh, it's
Well, Kelly, just picking up on that, Milton definitely is a caring community, and they've come through in the past, and I'm certain that they'll come through once again.
Absolutely.
Milton, again, is a reasonably affluent community, but there's still those people in our community that does need the help. And Mario, I thank you very much, and the managers here at RBC in Milton for volunteering and coming through and being a platinum sponsor. And again, to help those people. And again, I know, as I said before, Santa needs all the help that he can get, not only in the town of Milton, but around the world. So it's one huge job. But we're focusing in on the people, the region of Halton and the town of Milton here. So Santa, I thank you very much, and those volunteers as well, so for helping those people out here in the town of Milton.
Well, we're going to let Santa have a little bit to eat, maybe one cookie, and we're going to take a quick break, and we're going to be back with a special message from the jolly man himself. Kelly McIntyre, Milton Today TV. Welcome back to Breakfast with Friends. We're sitting here talking about a fabulous event coming up at Rattlesnake Point on November the 20th, Breakfast with Santa. We're going to talk a little bit about the tickets and information for you, websites you can go to, and where you can get these tickets. But right now, we'd like to have a word from the man himself. Santa, any messages for the children watching?
Yes, I have a few messages for the children, but first of all, I'd like to thank Anne and her committee for asking me to come down here on the 20th for this great Breakfast with Santa fundraiser for the Hospital Foundation. It's going to be a busy weekend for me, but I don't mind coming down here and helping out. To the children, just remember, be good, help around the house. It's not too early to start your list for to send down to the North Pole, so hurry up, get them lists going. And I'm looking forward to seeing everybody out there at Rattlesnake Golf Course and on the 21st at the Santa Claus Parade.
Well, Santa, have you gotten any messages with regards to Kelly and I to do this show? Have you been getting any feedback about us being naughty and or nice? Any of that, Santa, whatsoever?
Well, Your Worship, I seen a note was passed over to me a little while ago, and it says naughty and nice, and
Oh, no,
and
it's
it all
backwards.
depends on which way you
Nice
turn this.
and naughty.
And
There's
that-
Cole again, Mr. Krantz. No toys.
But Santa, thank you very much, for gracing us here at Coors. And Santa, now I know that you have your gloves on there, but you got to have some of this fruit that we get at Coors here, because this is really healthy for us. And there Santa is having a great.
But
So
this is
Mrs.
also healthy too, Your Worship.
That's
Diet
right.
It's
cookies,
homemade.
It's homemade.
It's homemade.
Homemade diet cookies. Did Mrs. Claus have a hand in that, by the way?
I don't think so. I
Don't
think
think so.
it was the people from
At
here.
Coors, that's great.
Now, Mary, you've got also a message. You wanted to say, again, a thank you for...
Yes. Thank you, Kelly. On behalf of RBC, the three branches here, and our staff, and our Regional Vice President, Laurie Davidson, we want to say thank you to the community for always joining us and supporting these events. And we look forward to a great event again, November 20th at Rattlesnake Point, the first annual Breakfast with Santa Claus.
And we've got, again, these tickets are available starting on October the 15th at RBC branches right across Milton. Is that correct, Mario? As well as the Milton District Hospital Foundation office, website being mdhf.ca. So people can go to there and find out about tickets.
That's right.
Also find out about donations.
That's right. Yeah, for more information about this event or any other event, or if you'd like to make a donation to the Hospital Foundation, please feel free to go to our website, which is www.mdhf.ca. And I believe there'll be more information up at the end of the segment. So
Oh, great. Well, we're going to finish our coffee, but Mr. Krantz, we have Santa here. We have to get at least one. Ho, 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 don't you know?
Santa, definitely. By the way, have you received my letter yet?
Not as yet.
Not as yet. I'll have to make sure I get it in the mail to the North Pole. So Santa, look for my letter, and let's hear that ho, ho, ho that becomes so familiar at Christmas time.
Ho, 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 ho. Merry Christmas, everybody. Merry Christmas.
And we'll leave it at that. Kelly McIntyre, Mr. Krantz, we've had RBC here, we've had Ann Zuko from the Hospital Foundation, and Santa. For Breakfast at Cora's, Kelly McIntyre, Milton Today TV.